want to be a private entity, be a private entity. But you don't need federal dollars in order to do this.
Why do you need federal dollars? You're making a ton of dough.
Welcome back to KCCI Close-Up. House Republicans taking aim at Planned Parenthood President Cecile Richards during testimony last week during a congressional hearing. Welcome back once again. Now we're talking with Susana DeBaca. She's the president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the Heartland. We're talking about the controversy currently surrounding the organization. And we just discussed the undercover videos that many people have seen. And now let's talk about the federal funding and tax dollars. Now, last year, Susana, nationally, Planned Parenthood reported more than $127 million in excess revenue or profit. If that's the case, why does Planned Parenthood need any federal funding?
Well, the federal funding that Planned Parenthood affiliates receive, and Heartland is one of those affiliates, goes to provide essential services for the men, women, and families in our state. So, for example, in Iowa, we receive money that goes towards family planning services, basic reproductive care like pap smears or breast exams, and then things like education services. So those are very important services, and our patients rely on us, many of them very low-income patients, for those services.
Okay. Does any of that federal money go toward abortion services?
None of that federal money goes towards abortion services. And in 1976, something called the Hyde Amendment was passed that prohibited federal funding for abortion services, except in very, very rare cases of rape or incest. So for that many years, we have received no federal funding whatsoever.
Yeah, but as we heard from opponents in that congressional hearing with Cecile Richards, some say that funding is fungible and that it's hard to track. How do you make sure that none of that money is being spent on abortions?
Well, as I had mentioned to you before, we are a 501c3 organization, so our books are essentially open to the public. When we receive federal funding or state funding, those monies are used for the services for which they're intended. And you can look at our audits and you can see those numbers. No money from federal funding goes towards abortion services. Those are funded primarily by patients as well as some private donors.
Okay, $520 million in federal funding. If you didn't get that money, would that reduce abortion services?
The federal funding we receive is for Medicaid services, for Title X funding, which is for family planning, and for education. So it really isn't a relevant discussion for abortion services.
What percentage of your profits or operating expenses come from performing abortions?
Only about 3% of the services that Planned Parenthood of the Heartland and most Planned Parenthoods provide are abortion services. So it's a very minor part of the business, but it is a legal and important part of the business.
Okay, now former Planned Parenthood director Susan Thayer, who is now a staunch anti-abortion advocate, wrote an op-ed in last week's Des Moines Register saying, quote, numerous other options exist for women's health care that don't involve a scandal-ridden abortion empire that believes it's above the law. Is she right?
Well, I can't comment on Sue Thayer. She was a 17-year-old Planned Parenthood of the Heartland employee with whom we're involved in a lawsuit, so I can't make any comments there. However, when you look at other providers in the area, Planned Parenthood plays a very unique and important function. Currently, our patients have a choice of where they go for health care, and they choose to come to us. We believe that's because of the compassionate, non-judgmental care and over 80 years in Iowa of expertise in reproductive and sexual health care. We saw some conversations in Texas about couldn't people go to other community health care providers, and the lists that were shown by some of the legislators included dentists and podiatrists. So unfortunately, in a lot of our rural and medically underserved areas, there really aren't enough providers to do this type of care.
Okay, Susana DeBaca, President and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the Heartland, thank you very much for joining us today. Still to come on Close Up, we get the other side of this debate when Jennifer Bowen, the president of the Iowa Right to Life organization, joins us. You are watching KCCI 8 News Close Up. We'll be right back.